Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here because today we're going to see if this little Kubota B2601 compact tractor can pull out this overgrown boxwood. And if it can, there's two more behind that. So stick around. The first thing I have to do is find the base of this thing and get a chain around it, because I don't want to cut it off and pull the roots out. I want to try and hook to it and see if I can just yank the whole thing out. There it is. All right. Hope there's no poison ivy under here. See what happens. I'm stuck. There's a vine stuck to me. I got it. Where's my hat? I've got the Artilian stump bucket attached to the front here, and I'm just going to wrap the chain around the frame because it's a heavy-duty frame, and I'm just going to see if I can pull it backwards. I've got the finish mower in the back, so I really don't have anything good to hook to there, so that's why I'm thinking pull it backwards. I'm going to lower the bucket down as low as I can, so I'm pulling very low. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on the loader or the tractor, so by pulling from the bottom, I'm thinking that'll help. Again, I don't know how deep the roots run on these boxwoods. I don't know how deep they run. We're about to find out. Low gear, 4-wheel drive, full throttle, and now I'm up to the running start method. Well, that's about what I thought. Not a real big root ball, pretty shallow, down about less than a foot. So it wasn't too bad. I was hoping it would just pull it out without the running start, but that worked pretty well. It didn't seem too hard to do. There are several more back here, and we want to get them cleared out because they're under this dogwood and it's just too crowded, and we need to free things up. So a couple more to go. That one back there though looks much bigger. We're actually going to try the biggest one next. So I guess this method is called inertia. Okay kids, we learned about inertia. Now let's learn about leverage. I'm going to move the chain up about a foot, so that way it gets a little bit more leverage in pulling, because I'm pulling right from the base. You can see the ground is moving. It's coming out, but it's really not the best thing for your equipment to be yanking it like that. So I'm going to move the chain up and see if that helps. Supervisor Ann says, good job.
You're doing a very good job, but I'm sitting on the porch with my soda or water, carbonated.
All right. You think there's one left?
I think that, yes, I think there's only one more, and I think it's right in there.
All right. Let me drag this one out of the way and see what's left.
Alrighty, sitting on the porch.
Just a little baby one that's left. I think we can use the artillery stump bucket as it was intended for this last one. know, I was always under the impression that you could plant plants with the burlap on and that the burlap would just rot away. Now these boxwoods are probably 30 years old, I'm guessing by the size of them, maybe even older. Look at this burlap that came off the root ball, and it's actually seems as good as any burlap that you'd find today. So it really didn't rot at all. The roots did grow through it, you can see here, but I think it's probably best to remove the burlap when you plant things. When we did all those arborvitae last year, we did end up cutting off the burlap. We cut the strings off, and then we ended up pulling the burlap out from underneath. So I'm glad we did that. We also had a 100% survival rate for the first year on those arborvitae. Remember, we planted like, what was it, like 50 of them? So anyway, there's a lesson for you looking at that burlap that's so old and it did not rot away. You know how much I love the grapple, but you know, it's not just for picking things up. You can also use it to rake out the ground, to kind of level some dirt out. It's handy for more than just that function of picking things up. Holy smokes, that was close. There is the conduit with the cable that the cable company just ran. I thought it was at least 6 inches under the ground. Looks like it was only about 2 or 3 inches under the ground. So anyway, that could have been a problem. Well, not a bad job. A little bit of handwork to be done left here, but overall, that's nice. And that tree now has a little more breathing room. As always, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.